All right, within this video here, I'm going to share with you how we've been able to make over $100,000 in revenue quick when it comes to, showcasing our offer, our system, and ultimately delivering on our results. Now, the biggest factor I'm going to focus in on is how to create a compelling offer. Now, when we bring on our clients, most often than not, they've got a pretty strong referral system or word of mouth. They've been in business for a number of years, family-run business. And so when it comes to their actual network or at least their community, they're well known about what service or product that they deliver. Now, the issue here is, and we see this quite clearly, is that usually towards the back end of the year, so before Christmas, a lot of our home renovation clients, they're quite busy. And that's because everyone's trying to get their renovation done before the end of the year, before mother or father-in-law comes over or just the family for Christmas. Now, when it comes to that aspect of it, that's all good and well. However, there's a lot of clients that tend to come on and they're like, well, hey, we've got a real strong referral and network here, but we find that there's going to be quiet periods, and there are quiet periods in our business. And that's simply because we don't have any forward-facing cold audience strategies when it comes to showcasing what we do and how well we do it. So October, November, even sort of the start of December, very busy. January, February, March, if you're trying to rely on word of mouth and referrals, it is very, very low. And this is objectively when it comes to analyzing our clients. So the data shows that when it comes to building out a simple strategy, like what I'm going to show you here today, the biggest issue is that people who have a phenomenal product just get stuck on creating what's called a compelling offer. Now, these 5 points I'm going to go through here basically identify what that compelling offer is, or how to build that compelling offer, but I'll show you exactly how we've done it ourselves to generate over that $100,000 worth of business. So point number one, whenever we look at compelling offers, we need to solve a clear problem. This is where we focus on a specific pain point or priority for the target audience. Understand what they need most and position your service as the direct solution. So let's go over to our ad that we ran to make us over $100,000 worth of business. Now, first things first, this isn't a glamorous, we haven't invested in a premium editor. There is no $100,000 worth of camera equipment to put this together. This is literally a Canva image. Now, you can see here that the first line at the top here is that we're addressing the target audience that we want to work with, and that's Aussie renovating contractors. Now, the second bit is what we would call our offer. Now, get unlimited bathroom renovation jobs ready for quote. Only $750 per month. Now, you can see that already. That's already appealing to a lot of our audience that we want to target. Now, granted, we were somewhat the first people to do this, and which is why we stood out quite a bit. Well, we had quite a number of leads, and we were able to convert quite a lot of them. Now, also, one of the things that we found that worked was that we had the price in the actual ad. A lot of marketers out there, or at least agency owners, they tend to hide the price, whereas we felt like if we can go against the grain, but also show a little bit more respect to these businesses out there, they want to know upfront what their costs will be. So once we were able to do this, we were able to generate a heap of leads. And these leads were qualified in the sense that I'll show you the back-end process behind it. But simply, in order for them to take advantage of this, they needed to click that button down below, which was apply to work with us today, click learn more. And we also had the same call to action in the headline down the bottom as well. All right, so that was there solving a clear problem. We can see that, hey, we can generate you qualified leads for very little. Now, granted, just quickly, $750, closing a $30,000 job, 10 or 20% margins on top of that. That's being conservative. So you're looking at a maximum of $2,000 and you've somewhat made, $6,000 back. $4,000 in pure profit. Not too bad, considering that you're not going to get, ideal metrics or at least qualifications when it comes to brand awareness and building brand equity online. So there's a heap of reasons why you should be advertising. And even if it is in your local community, just building that online presence allows you to have sort of the ripple effect when it comes to, I've seen your ads 4, 5, 6 times, over the last 7 days. I really wanted to learn more about the business. So it won't mean that you'll close and convert, but it means you'll at least have that foot in the door to have that conversation. Anyway, point number 2, showcase unique value. Highlight what sets you apart, whether it's unique experiences, faster results, or exclusive methods, and back it up with client testimonials or case studies. Now, in this first touch point that we have here, our unique edge was actually going out and showcasing what our price was. No one else was doing it at the time. Therefore, we were able to get a lot of qualified leads off the back of it. As well, when it comes to testimonials and all that, I'll show you what our funnel looks like. But yeah, it was full of, results, testimonials, and pretty much what our prospects wanted, and at least to solve a number of their objections that they had. Point number 3, add a risk-free element. Offer a free trial consultation or satisfied guarantee. Now, this builds trust and reduces hesitation for potential clients. Now, whilst this is all good and well for a number of our other offers and strategies, especially with our high ticket ones, because this was a very low ticket offer, we avoided having to do any risk-free guarantees. Now, again, because the offer is so low, that in itself was somewhat of a risk-free, because if I would just maybe explain a little bit more about what agency owners out there do, is that they either provide a referral fee, a retainer fee, and then secondly, a low retainer fee and a percentage on performance. So already that there's quite an outlay that the business owner would somewhat have to push if they were to get that work, which is, fair enough. If you're going to sell a $75,000, $100,000 product off your services or off your work, you want to be able to get compensated quite well. So because we were targeting the lower end of the offers, that then sort of replaced that risk-free element for our clients. And quite rightly so. That's exactly what a number of them had said when they signed up. They said, well, hang on, 750 is, what was it, 70%, 80%, lower than what other marketing agencies out there try to work with. So, again, that risk-free element, at least in our niche, was very attractive. Now, point number 4 is make it urgent and valuable. Now, in this instance here, we somewhat did that. I think during the conversation, we actually had a limit on how many we would want to take on board for that month. But in somewhat, we also found that, hey, maybe this ties into point number 2, was that we're able to get you up and running within 24 hours. What would usually happen is anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks, it would take an agency owner to pretty much set you up and, go from there. But if you've spent that first month literally just on that setup, plus they would have charged a setup fee, it's like you haven't really done anything and there's nothing there to show. But with us, because we really streamlined our efforts and our systems, we're able to provide that guarantee that you'll be up and running within 24 hours. So we somewhat had that urgency or valuable sort of edge comparing to our competitors. Now, point number 5 is, demonstrate a ROI. Now, explain clearly the costs versus benefits, showing how your service will save them money, improve their revenue, or add a tangible value, backed up by real client success stories or metrics. Now, again, that sort of ties in to what I said at the beginning, where $750 for a service that usually would maybe cost $3,500, $4,000 a month. And I gave you the example beforehand. Conservatively, if a bathroom renovation, that's $30,000 rev, let's just say 20% of that is profit. So you're looking at $6,000 take home. Well, looking at that here, if you're able to close 3 or 4 of those per month, because they're qualified leads and because your sales system or your ability to sell is, there's no one better than yourself to sell your business. So, only paying $750 a month for this service, it's quite insane. So again, that's why we got a lot of traction off the back of it. But let me quickly go over to what our landing page looks like. Now, mind you, we've added this bit here. So it's sort of like a sales letter, but previously we had this straight onto a booking page. Now, when people look at this and they go, well, hang on, why should I work with them? Well, here we go. Some of the objections in here. So when people go, so why should we choose Robin and RH Media? Well, we've been in the game for more than 6 years. Why should we work with Robin? Oh, well, hang on. There's a case study here of Raymond. Beautiful fella, beautiful soul, beautiful family man. And yeah, these are the results that we got. All right, what about Wesley? Yeah, cool. Okay, what about some other clients of ours? Yeah, awesome. Well, hang on, let's just have a look at some. So when we spoke about client testimonials, when we spoke about just them speaking about our services, there is a ton here. We also look at, again, these are the clients that we've worked with over the 6 years, and you can see that they're very, how do I best explain it? There's not just that one vertical. We've worked with a number of verticals or industries throughout the 6 years, so we have a vast amount of knowledge and experience around this space. So yeah, when it comes to someone looking at this, they go, okay, cool. These guys know what they're doing, and also they've been around for some time. So at least I can go to that next step. If I punch this in, cool. Let's access the calendar, which, by the way, this calendar here is, there we go. Awesome. Is off your availability, not theirs. So as we look over here, we can see, again, just the same stuff, showcasing that, hey, there's a lot. Just if they missed it beforehand, there's that customer testimonials, the referral aspect of it. Testimonial aspect of it. So once they book in, 3 p.m., just reaffirming that information. Schedule meeting. Boom, done. Simple. Now, what we'll see here, and I'll go from these 5 points into real life scenario here. So you'll see if I go into our back end here, we have a system. Now, this is if they didn't book in a consult with myself, then we have a number of triggers here. So if the Facebook lead form has been submitted, they'll go down into here, and we'll follow up with an SMS. So it's Robin from RH Media. Now, these SMSs are just simple reminders for you to go back and, or at least if life gets in the way, just to remind them to come back and book in that on-site appointment. We have a number of SMSs and as well emails that go through. So it's very systemized, but in a way that it's not only respectful, but it's like, hey, we'll follow up a number of times, but not to annoy you to a point where they go, oh, that's it, that's enough. It's, unsubscribe. But in this instance here, because we have been able to confirm appointments, then what I would have received is, number one, we would have got an email saying, hey, this is your appointment. Here's appointment information. But if you need to reschedule, you have the option to do it down there. Now we have a 24-hour appointment. So if you were to book it in a week's time, in 24 hours, you also get a reminder email saying, hey, just letting you know, we have the appointments in 24 hours. We also have another reminder an hour beforehand. Hey, your appointment is soon. And also a quick SMS to say, yep, just letting you know that your appointment's ready in an hour. So having these effective touch points with also a compelling offer, with also a very simple yet effective system that allows them to come through our funnel, we're able to generate, as I said, over $100,000 worth of business. And we're able to replicate that for our clients. And part of our sales strategy is that how you came in is exactly what we do for you. So we're practicing what we preach. I think the biggest thing here that we've learned, or at least I've learned, is that when you give these awesome businesses, service-based businesses, home renovation businesses, an opportunity to not only present their product or service in front of the ideal audience, but whenever they see these systems that are somewhat automated and working for them, it's really fulfilling because they have no idea what the online space is. We obviously do. And then when you put them two together and you've got that their product in front of a really, because Facebook, or at least Meta, is very good at what that they do in terms of targeting, then it's such a really cool thing to see that they're continuously getting messages, or at least we're getting messages saying that, hey, we've booked in yet another job. Yet we've made another $5,000. We've made another $50,000. Like, it is so cool to be the enabler for a lot of these really awesome family-run businesses. So there's a video here. I hope this helps. I hope this makes sense. This is part of a bigger system that we have. So I was just talking about the offer, gave you an example, but really there is a heap more that we have in the pipeline for you guys. So if you found this video somewhat valuable, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any ideas on other videos or ideas that we should be creating, again, please let me know in the comments. We also have a free community group, so if you want to bring your business into it and let us analyze and provide insights for 2025, more than happy to do so. But if not, look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks for joining. Bye.